have an opinion, like let me give you this, that you think it should go this way. And then you say to yourself, how do I know I'm right? Maybe that's wrong. Is that as good as I can be? And then the capacity to hear and then challenge. So somebody comes up to you with an idea and says, okay, let's do this. What do you think about that? To harvest the best around you, but sorting it with your own mind. So I say to be open-minded and assertive at the same time. Don't give up your assertiveness, but to be curious, like, am I harvesting the best? Because the biggest thing that most people have, their problem, is they get so opinionated that they can't take in. And the worst problem is, the worst tragedy of mankind, almost any individual, is that they're attached to opinions that are wrong, and they don't want to have them stress tested. So when you're radically open-minded, you can say, hey man, I really think it should go this way. And then at the same time say to the smartest people that you know, kick the shit out of it and try to say, okay, now let's see how the stress tests so that I can then go to the best, or how do I harvest? This is going to be very important for you to get your leverage, okay? Because you want to go to this new high level, right? And you want to do a lot of things. And in order to do a lot of things, you're going to have to get the most leverage of other people. But you also want it to be great, just like you want it to be, because you've got a unique ability with your taste and everything to be able to make those choices, so you know what's great and what's not great. So in order to go from that, you have to pick the people who can do that, who can deliver you what you could do, to find people who are as good or better than you, and then to get that leverage. The key is to try to find out what you're not good at, okay? Write those things down that you're not good at, and then you get the people who are good at those things, and then you get the great leverage, right? So, think, what are you not good at? And get that great leverage, and then get the simpatico even on the things you're good at.
That's great.
The first thing you need to do for each job is to have a spec sheets, the specifications for that job. Think about what are the most essential elements for each job, because each job requires a different kind of. What you do is you use the personality profile testing, background checks, and the resume. And I do a thing which we call a reverse 360. So to find out not just their resumes, but to find out everybody who knew them in the past, and then you go and do the checking. So you have to start with a spec sheet, meaning not just the skills. There are three things that everybody brings you. Skills is what almost everybody hires for, and it's the least important of the three things. The most important things are values, abilities, and skills. So first, what are their values? Because if you're not values aligned, you're going to have a problem. Like, how are you going to be with each other? The second thing is then abilities. Like some people like you, a very creative thinker. Somebody may be very reliable. They're not creative. But each person has a natural ability and abilities that they've gone to develop. Those are the things that make you excel or worse, bad at things. And then you have skills. And skills is like okay, you can play the piano, or you can sing, or you could do that. So that's learned. But if you start to look at, okay, what are the person's values? Where's that coming from? Are we going to have simpatico? Because at that deep level, you have to have that simpatico. You're on a mission together. It's not just a job, yes. Right? And then their abilities. So you got to get the spec sheet right. Once you know the language and you've got it down, then they come and they meet you, and then you do those kind of right tests. And then view when you're starting with them that the tests don't end. Okay? Because you're testing them every single day. And it's how you do that. And even being able to rely on others to even make those selections for you. Sometimes, because I've done this a lot, I will look at those particular results and I can say, okay, that's that type of person. And is that type of person a good click with the job? It just like, pain plus reflection equals progress. You had the crash, you have the experience. That's part of the self-discovery. Like, what do you want right now?
Yes.
You're at a juncture. What really matters to you?
Yeah.
Because you're talking about excellence. You're talking about keeping the bar high. Let's talk about how you keep the bar high with that determination and then simultaneously deal with people who may not have that bar high, because that's what I'm hearing in you. Okay.
Exactly.
That's that deal. Okay. So now I want to go and understand and explore that. Okay. How you keep the bar high and then also get with them.